Have you ever met someone who always gets what they want? They aren't luckier than you. They aren't smarter than you. And they certainly aren't working harder than you. They just know how to hack the human operating system. The human brain is full of backdoors, glitches in our psychology that, if you know how to trigger them, allow you to bypass logic and influence anyone instantly. Some call it charisma. Others call it manipulation. Today we are going to look at 6 psychological tricks that are so effective, they arguably should be illegal. These are the same tactics used by hostage negotiators, master salespeople, and social engineers. Use them carefully, because once you see them, you will realize people have been using them on you your entire life. Trick number 1, the Ben Franklin effect. Let's start with a counterintuitive fact about attraction and likability. If you want someone to like you, your instinct is probably to do something nice for them. You buy them a coffee. You help them move furniture. That is a mistake. According to psychology, if you want someone to like you, you should get them to do a favor for you. This is known as the Ben Franklin effect. Here is why it works. It relies on a psychological concept called cognitive dissonance. Our brains hate contradiction. If you do a favor for someone you don't like, your brain gets confused. It thinks, why am I helping this person if I don't like them? To resolve this conflict, your brain rewrites the script. It decides, well, I must like them, otherwise I wouldn't be helping them. So, the next time you want to build rapport with a difficult boss or a cold acquaintance, don't offer them help. Ask for something small. Borrow a pen. Ask for their opinion on a simple report. Ask for the time. By investing in you, even in a tiny way, their brain subconsciously decides that you are worth investing in. Trick number 2, the mirroring effect. Trick number 2 is the closest thing to a trust switch in the human brain. It is called mirroring. We are biologically wired to fear what is different and to trust what is similar. Mirroring is the art of subtly copying the person you are talking to. But you have to be careful. If you are too obvious, it looks like mocking. Focus on 3 things: body language, tone of voice, and vocabulary. If they lean back in their chair, you wait 5 seconds and lean back too. If they speak slowly and quietly, drop your volume to match them. If they use a specific word like awesome instead of great, you use that word too. When you do this, you activate mirror neurons in their brain. You are sending a subconscious signal that says, I am like you. I am safe. We are the same tribe. FBI negotiators use this constantly. By simply repeating the last 3 words of a suspect's sentence, they build a connection that forces the suspect to keep talking. Which brings us to our next, and perhaps most powerful trick. Trick number 3, the silence trick. Most people are terrified of silence. In a conversation, silence feels like a vacuum. It creates tension, and human beings will do almost anything to relieve that tension. Usually, they relieve it by talking. This is trick number 3, the weaponized silence. Let's say you are negotiating a salary, or you suspect someone is lying to you. You ask them a question. They give you a short, unsatisfactory answer. The average person would immediately ask another question. Don't do that. Instead, stay silent. Keep eye contact. Nod slowly, as if you are expecting more. Count to 4 in your head. The silence will become unbearable for them. To break the tension, they will start talking again. And this is when the truth comes out. They will over-explain. They will justify. They will reveal details they intended to keep secret, just to fill the empty space. He who speaks first loses. Master the silence, and you master the conversation. Trick number 4, the false choice. People love to feel like they are in control. If you order someone to do something, their natural reaction is resistance. But if you give them a choice, they feel empowered. The trick is to curate the choices so that you win either way. This is called the double bind, or the false choice. Let's say you want to schedule a meeting with a busy client. Don't ask, "Can we meet next week?" This is a yes or no question, and it's easy for them to say no. Instead, ask, "Do you prefer Tuesday at 10 a.m. or Thursday at 2 p.m.?" You have removed the option of not meeting from the table. Their brain switches from "should I meet him" to "which day fits my schedule." You see this in sales, parenting, and politics every day. By framing the options, you control the outcome while letting the other person feel like they made the decision. Trick number 5, the door in the face. If you want something small, ask for something big first. This is known as the door in the face technique, and it relies on the principle of relative value. Imagine you want to borrow $50 from a friend. If you just ask for $50, they might hesitate. But try this instead. First, ask to borrow $500. They will likely say no. They might even look shocked. That is the door in the face. Then, immediately back down and say, "Okay, I understand. Could you help me out with just $50 then?" Suddenly, $50 seems reasonable. It seems tiny compared to $500. Furthermore, because you conceded and lowered your request, they feel a social pressure to concede as well and say yes. You anchored their expectation high, so your real request feels like a relief. Trick number 6, the Zeigarnik Effect. Finally, trick number 6 is why you binge watch Netflix until 3 a.m. It is called the Zeigarnik Effect. Russian psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik discovered that the human brain hates unfinished tasks. We remember interrupted or incomplete things far better than completed ones. When a task is finished, the brain archives it and forgets. When it's open, the brain keeps it active, looping it over and over. You can use this in conversation to make yourself unforgettable. Don't tell a whole story from start to finish. Start a story, get to the most interesting part, and then say, "Oh, I'll tell you the rest later. We have to get back to work." This opens a loop in their brain. They will be thinking about you and your story for the rest of the day, desperate for the conclusion. It's the same reason I told you at the start of this video that these tricks should be illegal. I opened a loop, and you watched until the end to close it. Conclusion. These 6 psychological triggers, the Ben Franklin effect, mirroring, silence, the false choice, door in the face, and the Zeigarnik effect, are happening around you right now. Advertisers use them, politicians use them, your friends use them. Now that you know the code, you can choose to use them to your advantage, or simply to protect yourself from them. The mind is a playground. Be careful how you play. If you want to learn how to spot when someone is lying to you using similar techniques, click the video on the screen right now. I'll see you there.